I think all three of you have put cautionary tales. I want to come to you, Dr. Dr. Thacker, because in the next few days, there's Diwali on the weekend, then there's Chhath Puja, whereas we've seen people gather again in large numbers, and there will be a series of festivals leading into the new year. There are also people who still want to organize their card parties, hold tash parties, whether in any part of the country, to celebrate Diwali. What is your advice as a physician? What would you advise people who still want to go out and celebrate, if necessary, even in small groups? Would you advise it, or would you say, please stay at home this year?
As far as celebration is concerned, you have to restrict it to your bubble group if you have to celebrate. Now, I cannot be more Catholic than the Pope and say don't celebrate, because the human nature, which is already COVID fatigued, will not accept it. So I will say what we have allowed is your COVID bubble. You have a maximum of 3 couples, and these couples, you know their whereabouts, you know their antecedents. You also see to it that when you meet, you are socially distanced. The kissing, the hugging, the proximity has to go. You have to wear your masks, and you have to see that when you go out, you have a mask all the time. And if you're with a stranger, you must have the mask. Avoid shopping. Do not go to public places. Do not go to public gatherings. And the large Diwali parties which some of the newspapers and channels are portraying have to be shunned. This is 2020, a year with a difference.
Yes.
If you look after that, you'll make it. Ask the widow who's lost the breadwinner of the family, or the grandchild who's lost one grandparent. We've fought in ICU for 15-20 days, every day, to come out crestfallen and tell relatives on the phone that you'll never see your loved one again. Don't let pollution, the cold, the crackers, COVID fatigue and the virus hit you.
Are you saying no, even when you celebrate, no amount of any physical intimacy, no hugging, no sort of nothing that you believe you should maintain a social distance even within the bio bubble, is it? Or even within your small group bubble is what you're saying?
If you did not hug for a year, you did not lose anything. You can't be like Munna Bhai MBBS and think about the hugs. Your hugs will come next year, but you cannot afford to, because you don't know the antecedents. Somebody whom you met yesterday tested positive today, and then you spend the whole night worrying when you touched him, when you hugged him. What's the need? You have met him, that's enough. You haven't met him for 6 months, now you're meeting him after 6 months. Which Diwali says you must hug and greet and physically have proximity? I think caution is the way forward. The namaste is the best. Today is Dhanteras, health is wealth. I keep repeating this because I am scared. We did see a flutter in Mumbai after Ganpati. As of now, Mumbai is good. I want to, every morning, but I get up, I see the number of missed calls that I have missed at night. And I realize that still we are okay. Let's keep it that way. This is my prayer.
You know, that you're putting it very well, Doctor, as always. Health is wealth. But Dr. Arvind Kumar, asthmatics in particular, should they be even extra careful? If I'm an asthmatic, avoid any kind of gathering this year?
Rajdeep, I would echo what Dr. Thacker said. It's not, let's not kind of give a false sense of security who are not asthmatics by focusing on asthmatics. Everybody must practice caution. I would like to say one thing. Diwali will come every year. It will come in 2021, 22, 23. If I lose my life this year due to my festive activities, my family will have next Diwali but will not have me. Why don't we understand this simple fact that this corona is not here forever? In a few months' time, vaccines will be available, and God willing, 2021 Diwali will not have the corona impact as 2020 Diwali has. So it's a one-time sacrifice. Why can't we have digital? After all, earlier, all of us used to come to the studios for these meetings, but today all TV channels have more number of people participating without anyone coming to the channels. We have moved to digital methods. We can, at least for this year, have our festivities through digital methods, and as Dr. Thacker very elegantly said, avoid physical meetings, definitely avoid hugs and kisses. Please, I would give a very good formula. Presume every other person to be positive and presume every surface to be positive for corona. Anything you touch, you must wash your hands.